Okay, story time. There have been times in my life, let me tell you something, that my heart has been broken over and over and over again. And I know ladies out there, and there's some men, but ladies, we love different. And for me, I love with my full heart. And so I'm also a Pisces. So, we like people until we do. We don't like people until we do. And when we do, we don't waste time. And when I say that, it's like we don't put time and energy into nothing. So if you are our friend, or if you're close, or if it's if you're someone we care about, then that's it. You're family, you're connected. And in that though, if you are an unhealed person, period, and you have an open heart and you like to give, there's two things that are happening. You are giving out because of this old saying. Well, I was giving out because of this old saying, you treat people how you want them to treat you. That's a loaded statement. That's very dangerous because you could be treating the wrong person how you want to be treated. And what they're going to do is take advantage of you. That was my case. And, put in the comments if that was any of your cases where you poured out and you gave and you supported and they fucked it up. They did so much to hurt you, and you gave them a second chance and you gave them a third chance. And it's messed up when you find out that it was you was the problem. And I don't mean that in a malicious way, because when I found out that I was the problem, here's the problem. I found out that I was giving out to people because I felt abandoned. I felt like I was mistreated. And so, because they're saying treat people the way you want to be treated, I started over giving and oversharing and way past looking at their what's the word that we call it, looking at their potential, which is actually, if you're a spiritual person, you are actually looking at their higher self. But here's the thing, this is a free will country. This is a free will planet. Just because you see their potential, they might even see their potential. That doesn't mean they're gonna rise to their potential in this lifetime. It is what it is. I found that out in the hard way too. There's a lot of people, and there was a couple of people who I would say, I'm telling them, like, can't you see? This is what you do. This is how you feel, and this is what's going on. And they're like, yeah, I see it, but it's too much work to get to that. They want people to meet them in their shit and accept them in their shit. And they have the right to feel that way if they want to. And just like you have the right to say, no, I don't want that shit. And so here's the thing. People don't. Okay, I'm just here. And when you see me look off in any of my videos, I'm clairaudient. So I'm hearing something, and I'm also clairvoyant. And I'm seeing something. And I just heard that hurt people hurt people. That's a pretty much a true statement, because you can hurt people, you can be hurt, and you can be hurting yourself. It's not always hurt people hurt other people. You can hurt yourself. And I did that. I hurt myself. And it was such a hard pill to swallow when Source revealed that to me, that I was chasing after and performing to be loved the way I should have been loved by my dad and my mom, the way that I should have been loved by my parents. And so here's the thing. When I learned about everyone has their own path, they have their own journey, their own soul contract. And so when you have your own soul contract, there's some experiences that you're going to have that, hey, You might not like them in the moment, but you're going through them for a reason. And so, my reason that I found out later, after having my heart stomped on, trampled on, domestic violence, essays, so many things that I went through, I found out one of the strength that I had to heal those parts of me, to not take them out on people. I treated each person as an individual, and to really decide that I'm not going to allow bad experiences and folks to ruin my chances of true love, true happiness, someone who's going to love me for me, see me for me. And so during my healing journey, I had a lot of heart chakra healing to do. I had a lot of releasing, a lot of letting things go. And this is so interesting, so important that what's coming up now is tonight. Today is January 31st. Now, see, I'm on the other side of the world, so those that's in the States is listening to this video. I'm 12 hours ahead of you. And so it might be, let me see what time. It's 5 p.m. here. So we're going into the night, full moon, got the sun setting, and you're just coming into January 31st, which is a good thing because this full moon is different. It's the full moon of Leo. And so going through this healing journey and healing the heart and coming to where I am now, this moment now, is the final coming to the end of the year. The snake, it's a lot. What I'm talking about is all energy. Energy exists. You can either work with it or it can work against you, but it's going to work whether you know it or not, whether you understand it or not. It's going to happen. And so this full moon is a Leo full moon. And this is a bold, strong, get your ass up and get into action. Release all the shit that's been holding you back, from keeping you small, that's shrinking you. Get rid of all of that and stand proud in your lioness frame and roar, because you are the king of the jungle. You are the queen that is stepping into your timeline to rule. And so what was coming up for me is feeling not small, but feeling judged for the way that I look and for where am I going, what am I doing, and I'm on the other side of the world. Does she know what the hell she's doing? And I'm here to tell you that was an echo. Thank you, Source. That was an echo showing me who I was then and who I am now. I have healed my solar plexus. I don't know if you can listen to some of my other videos and you can see that even the way that I speak, the calmness that I have, that I am now rested. I promise you, I am rested. I am at a place where I'm not surviving. There's some lessons that Source has taken me through to open me up to community. And so to heal the wound of no one never being there for me. No matter, when I ask for help and assistance, I got crickets, or people look like the strong one. I was always the strong one. My mom told me that I was so strong. And even growing up as a kid, both my parents told me, I never had to check in on you because I knew you were strong. Okay, let me tell you something. Parents, so you have children who you deem as strong, check in on them, because they're there for everyone else. they need someone to be there for them because they're not strong 24/7. They will hold in a whole lot of things because they feel like I'm here for everyone. There's no one here for me. And so Source has healed that in me because I was a strong one. I can, you know, after my sister passed away in my arms when I was 15, even then, no one checked on me. No one asked me, this 15-year-old young girl, teenager, who just witnessed the last breath of her sister, who was 17, in her arms. Tried everything to help revive her. I even learned CPR from TV. Shout out to Baywatch because they taught me how to do CPR. And even the day that she passed away, no one checked on me. Not until one cousin, hours, at least 15 hours later, saw me curled up on the stairs by myself. And she came over and got my other cousins to come over and be with me. So just because they are strong doesn't mean they don't need assistance, doesn't need a shoulder to lean on, a shoulder to even cry on or to release. Not necessarily to solve their problems, but to listen, let them vent, hold space for them. Oh, it was beautiful. Hold space for them. And just be there for them. So they know that they're not alone. And so that was one of the things that came up to be released on this full moon. Sources telling me I am not alone, that I am surrounded and I am supported. And the okay, I'm laughing because Source brought something else up, and it's like the delusion of a relationship that I was holding on to since I was a child, that didn't come into fruition fully, didn't even have time to develop and from my teenage years, but I held on to it as if it was a standard. It was a false standard. And I've come to realize that, and that letting that go fully, and to not have any reactions, because the thoughts that I had about the relationship was completely different of the thoughts that he had about the relationship. And so I let all of that go so that I may see, that I may allow Source to bring someone into my life that has been divinely connected, my divine love. We're on the same frequency. We move the same, on the same alignment. We align together to move forward and become the spiritual powerhouse that I have seen. And when I say the spiritual powerhouse, is that we are connected to the Source. We are operating and moving in the universal laws and showing how that actually works. So I'm in that now. And me being in it now has activated his frequency to like a beacon where he can see mine and I can see his. So I will keep y'all updated on that one. And so just to go back to the heart chakra, and what all of my experiences entailed was heartbreak and the lie that comes up about you only get one love in your life. Okay, I'm here to call bullshit. And I call bullshit on that because love is not what the system, the matrix says that it is. Love is divine. Love is the highest frequency. Love is Source, God, the creator, the universe, whatever resonates with you. But that is love. That is Source. That's the divine. And so when you hear me talk about divine love, that's what I'm talking about. And so all the experiences that I have gone through um, in my healing process with the heart, my mission is to assist the brokenhearted, as me being one of them in the past, and I've walked down that path to heal my broken heart, to heal the misconception that you're being unlovable, you're not enough, or you're too much. How can you be not enough and too much at the same time? Somebody explain that to me. But that is a pain point, because one moment you hear somebody talking about, oh, you too much, you doing too much. When you're expressing how you feel, you're being told you're doing too much. And then when you're looking for commitment or to grow and expand a relationship, they tell it's not enough. You're not giving me enough. And so that's all called gaslighting. So these are some of the things that I learned in those situations. I've been married a few times. And in understanding that, to be quite honest, if I was to turn back the clock, I would have never got married in the first place. Because number one, I didn't know what I want. I didn't see my worth. I didn't see my value. I allowed them to tell me who I am. I allowed them to direct me, because one, that's what the church said that you're supposed to do. I was a minister in the church, and so and a minister of married couples. So I understood all of that and dove deep into the teachings of the wife and how she should act, and the husband, and the wife is supposed to do everything the husband tells them to do. This patriotic system is upside down. So if you understand and know that everything on this planet is upside down, the things that is going on, the rules and what should happen and not happen is upside down. So, for instance, let's just talk about DNA. The XX and the XY. The perfect chromosome is XX. The XY is a mutation, because the X and the Y is missing a stem. It's broken off, and that's why it's a Y and not an X. Every fetus, now you can go look this up, every fetus is XX. During the growth stage, there's something happens, and one of those X's can be broken off. And so if you look at even just the organs, both have these. One makes milk, XX, one doesn't. The male genitals, if you put them back in the inside of the bottom, it's the female genitals. I'll leave that right there. You can go draw it out, look it up, look in the pictures, but yeah, that's it. And so I just heard was Tiffany Haddish had actually made a comment, made a joke about it, but she was actually serious. She was like, men, their insides fell out. That's how they become men. And so just go look up Tiffany Haddish. I think She Read. No, it's not She Read. It's one of her stand-ups. I think it's the one about her dad. But she talks about that in there. But it's true. That was true biology. She made it funny, but that's actually was true. And so even if you look at the females, and I'm not up here saying that females are better than men. That's not what I'm saying. I'm stating facts here. And there's another fact. Women are multitaskers. Men are one at a time. Women mature faster than men. Females mature faster than males. These are all facts. But you have to sit back and now step and say that, stepping into the church side, how is it that women are inferior to men? We give life. We take from the spirit realm and birth it into the physical realm. We're There's a whole lot of other things that I can talk about it, but even just with the broken heart. So these are the things that confuse me a lot, because hearing what the Matrix is telling, what we should be doing and what's going on and all of that, but then my soul telling me something different. And so having my soul and source within me speaking to me, telling me what I should be doing and what to believe. And that's, when some stuff come up and that's like, and it's not true, it's a delusion, I hear that's a bunch of shit. That's full of crap. And so um understanding all of these things, and now as someone who has walked that path, someone who has had their heart broken and stomped on and told me, thank you, Source, told me that I was too sweet, too nice. I heard that a lot especially when I was a teenager. Oh, you too sweet, you too nice, I don't want to hurt you. Why would you want to do that? Why would you set out if you see all of this? I could not understand, and it made me feel like that there was something wrong with me. Maybe I should be a bitch. That didn't work. I tried. It didn't work because it's not who I am. It didn't even come easy for me to act that way. Even being hurt and brokenhearted and crying and all of that, I still could not turn on the bitchiness. Now, don't get that twisted from being angry. Sacred rage. I had the right to be angry, be distant. Sometimes I just didn't speak and was into myself. But these are all the things that I learned are part of my mission. And so, how does this help you? Well, as someone who has already walked the path, someone who has manifested their peace. Because right now I'm sitting outside. I don't know if you can see it, but that's my building. Here go my pool. I'm just sitting in my garden. I don't know if you can see all of this. I'm at a boat marina. You see the boats over there. On this side is a resort, beachfront resort, which I have access to. And I'm just sitting down here in the garden, listening to the pool, because I love the flow of water, and just being. Just being. That was something that was so hard for me to do, to just be. To be in a place where I can just be me. To be in a place where I could just sit and listen and not worry or be concerned about anything. Just being. And so, sit in that with me right now. Take 4 deep breaths in. Connect to my energy, because I know you can feel it through the phone, through this video. I know you can feel it. And blow out 6 counts. Rest in this moment with me. Feel the peace. Feel the calmness. Feel how freedom feels. I'm here to let you know and to show you that it's possible. It's possible to have peace of mind. It's possible to flow and allow the universal laws to work for you and let them stop working against you. The birds are flying around me and I just love it. Hi, sweetie. I do. Oh, I have, here's a little tidbit. I have this bird. I'm up on the 8th floor. And I have this birdie that comes on the outside of my window. And I have had my windows closed because the sun literally starts on this side and it moves right across my windows. I have a whole wall of windows. And then this side. So I have sun all day long, which is beautiful because I love the sun. But so this time I had my curtains closed. And I promise you, he sat on my balcony railing and he yelled and chirped until I came. And I was like, "You miss me?" And he did one little chirp and then he flew off. I guess he wanted to make sure, homegirl, I ain't seen her. Where is she? I was in the midst of the void, the silent time. And so, those of you that are in that moment where it feels like it's stagnant or nothing's moving or it's silent, that is a telltale sign that Source is telling you, one, to rest, and two, Source is in that void because in your rest, you will hear Source the loudest. In that silence, there's a lot of things that's happening in the background, baby. It's being orchestrated, it's being put together. All the things that you have worked for, that you've released, that you've learned how the spirit realm works. It's all being aligned. You're being recalibrated. If your body aches, your cells are being transformed. Your body is being transformed that it may hold higher frequencies. You are being elevated. You're being activated. You're being activated right now because I'm an activator. The sound of my voice, it's not just a voice, it's a frequency. My voice changes, rearrange, transmute. If you listen and connect to the frequency, the energy that's flowing from my mouth. Life is not meant to be hard. Life is meant for you to be aligned. And when you are aligned to your true authentic self, you are aligned with Source. You're aligned with your destiny, your mission, what you came to earth here for a purpose. You came here for a reason, baby. So if you're going through something right now, breathe. I'm telling you, breath work has been my saving grace. When I learned how to take my 4 breaths in, hold for 4, and release for 6 counts, my shoulders drop. My nervous system calms down. And I'm able to be in the present moment. Feel your body. Where's their tension? Where's their tightness? I'm feeling the tightness in the chest. So this collective, you're feeling a little tight, a little stressed. Something is going on, but I'm here to let you know. Just breathe. Breathe, allow, and just be. There's power in your breath. Your world is not falling apart. It's falling into place. Those things that are being or look like they're falling off, let that shit go because that's what's dropping it. You don't need it. It hurts because you're holding on. You're holding on to something that Source is trying to take from you. Because it's not yours. It was never meant to be yours. And if you let it go, now there's a space that Source can fill with what actually belongs to you. You don't chase, baby. You attract. When you stop chasing after things, those things that belong to you find you. It knows your energy. All you need to do is release all the people, places, things, experiences, trauma that don't belong to you anymore. And as you're doing that, even right now, when you're hearing the sound of my voice, when you heard what I just said, something came to mind. Source is telling you it's time to let that shit go. It's time to let it all go. It's not serving you. It's not giving you anything but tightness in your chest, headaches, keeping you up at night. You don't need that. You don't need that at all. So let it all go. Take a deep breath with me. 4 in. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 6. So tonight in this full moon, write down everything that you're releasing that's no longer serving you, that's been giving you the icks, that's not allowing you to be the powerhouse that you are, that's keeping your mouth closed, that's keeping you from moving, that's keeping you from making videos. Let all that shit go. It's time for you to roar. Write it all down. Tear it up away from you with such force and authority. Tear that shit up. Like, tear it up. And release it. You can either release it in water or you can release it in fire. And as you see it go away, take your deep breaths. 4 breaths in, hold for 4, thinking that I release it all, and blow it out for 6. February that's coming up, all that stuff that you release, now there's space for you to roar, for you to be who you are authentically are, and to move forward with such power and grace. And on the 17th of February, that's when the fire horse begins. The Chinese New Year, this is Year of the Fire Horse. It begins February 17th. Let's light this world on fire with your grace, with power, with authority, with truth. With truth. Stand in your power. I love you all.